The 2017 Loretta Lynn's Remastered series is brought to you by Rocky Mountain ATV MC and Lucas Oil.
Take the win.
Yeehaw!
Oh, big time get off there. Half the field. Well, quite a few of them, not half the field, but several of them have to go straight. They don't even make the turn. That's at least 8 kids that could not even make the right-hand turn, about 5 kids on the ground. The staff right there to them, picking the bikes up and getting things all kind of situated. Wow, that was a big get off. Let's hope everybody kind of gets back up.
Gig Harbor, Washington is the home to Hunter Rumke, who took the hole shot there in the Bell Helmets Hole Shot Award. Number 68 is who we're looking at in that one as he tries to get it sorted out. And those guys try to pick themselves up out of that first turn. The 68 is brought to you by All R Racing, Mom and Dad, Mika, Dunlop, Twin Air, 6D, Faction Connection, FXR, and MTF.
There's the number 15 out to the early race lead there. And that is Slater Colby out of Scottsdale, Arizona. But Hunter Rumke with the hole shot. Man, that was a wild one there in the first turn. It looks like we've got everyone back up after such a pretty intense first turn there. About 5 kids hit the deck. About literally 10 kids had to swerve left and go off and towards that spectator viewing area in the center portion of the racetrack. But we got it all situated.
Trenton check. You are needed at the MX Sports Racetrack office right now. Trenton check to the MX Sports Racetrack office right now.
So the man with a plan getting a chance to lead this thing out of Scottsdale, Arizona. I'm sure he's very at home on these lush, loamy course here. Scottsdale, Arizona yep. Known for its loamy racetracks. Hey, if you can ride a dirt bike, you can do it.
Yeah. East
Coast, West Coast, from the south, from wherever, you can get it done. He's making it happen right now. The number 24 wow. right there with him. And that is Parker Mashburn. How about it, Parker?
Parker Mashburn.
Getting it done. Parker going for the pass on the outside. Right in front of the mechanics area, right in front of his old man. So Parker just trying to be patient there. Parker and his older brother both racing with us. That hasn't happened in a while. Zach Mashburn from Texas, underground training facility. Got the kids all coached up, ready to go. Trains a bunch of kids, but it's cool to see both the brothers getting a chance to race on the same day. So Parker Mashburn in second. Slater Colby is your leader. Brian Marty is third. Hey, good job, Luke Neese, finally getting up there and banging bars. He's in fourth. Gabe Gutierrez is fifth. Your whole shot award winner, number 68. Hunter Rumke is sixth. Jackson Hadlow, we saw him earlier in the day, seventh. Derek Drake has some work to do. He is eighth. And Tristan Lewis Knight, Blake Ashley rounds out your top 10. So, hey, how about it? Jonah Geisler in 16th on that Rides Unlimited. That bike was dipped in gold. Just, it's got Rolex heart rate monitor there, wrapped around in that Submariner Rolex, looking good there. He races with the Rolex so he can just check the time while he's racing there, Rodney. Getting things situated, getting stuff cleaned up here. And now Parker Mashburn has taken over the point. He's got a shot here, the 250B limited class. Parker Mashburn is now your new leader, number 24. Parker got injured last season about midway through, I think, and maybe in October. Good to see Parker back. Parker on that Orange Brigade KTM ride. And here comes Derek Drake. He's from 8th, now he's in 2nd. So Derek Drake knows what time it is. It is business time. It is definitely business time for Double D. Derek Drake, Parker Mashburn out front. Drake in the number 2 spot. Slater Colby is your 3rd place rider. Luke Neese, number 12 on the Yamaha. He's 4th. Rounding out your top 5, Brian Marty, number 74, Rodney.
Brian Marty, yep, he's still rounding out the top 5.
You need to use your brain to say his name, which is Brian.
There you
Brian.
Go. Brian Marty. Hey, folks, if you're here, be sure and stop down and see our folks at the Italian Ice Stand, man. They are serving it up right. Maybe not be the hottest, but still the tastiest cool treat you're going to find.
Your son has the bluest lips of anybody. He looks like a clown.
I don't know if it's cold from eating it or cold from the blue
well, check his pulse. That'll answer your question, I think.
Also, Gypsy Soul is back with your custom MX jewelry. They're located right beside the Rocky Mountain Start line with the Racer X booth. So stop on down, get your Racer X Illustrated subscriptions, and check out Moto Sold Jewelry.
Here we go. The race is starting to take shape now. Parker Mashburn and Derek Drake. Drake coming from 8th to 2nd in 1 lap. And Derek Drake is going to be knocking on the door of Parker Mashburn. A 1:58, 3 seconds faster was Derek Drake than Parker Mashburn. There's the number 22 of Hayden Hefner limping around for his first lap. He might have been caught up in that first turn melee. Good to see him back on his bike along with the 5 or 6 other kids that all went down. So Derek Drake has the dark Troy Lee Designs gear. Parker Mashburn with that Dayglow orange, and he is getting his fill of Derek Drake. Here comes Drake on the outside and sweeping around the big Thor sweeper. That's the race for the #1 spot as the rear end dances around number 24 Parker Mashburn. Here comes Drake putting that pressure on him, Rodney.
He most certainly is. The suspension specialists are getting their money's worth this week if they're getting these things dialed in, man, because it's got to be tough to keep them dialed in this racetrack, consistently changing lap to lap for each one of these riders. So they've got to adapt on whatever the settings they start out with. Look at this right here already. Starting to see Mashburn under pressure again from Derek Drake. Drake trying to go to the outside around the billboard. He's going to have the inside line coming up on the next turn, and he's going to make the pass as well.
Yeah, Mashburn was looking all over the racetrack, looking behind him, wondering where Drake was. And Drake just crossed him up. He went left and then darted right, got around him.
4 seconds back as Neats guitars this back another 4 seconds in the number 4 spot. Jackson Hadlow rounding out the top 5. Slater Colby in 6th. Blake Ashley 7th. Justin Thompson is 8th. Brian Marty now in a 9th place position as Tristan Lewis of 53 rounds out the top 10 after 3 laps of racing complete.
Yeah, we should be going about 9, maybe even 10 laps, depending on how many laps they can get in before they throw up the 2 black board. I believe it 15 minutes or something like that. I'm not sure when they throw it out, but we've been getting 9, sometimes 10 on the pros. But right now, Derek Drake finally doing what he expected to do, and that's lead a moto here as he has the outriggers out. You see him pushing with both feet. Good Lord.
Yeah, that right there, man. I tell you, this track is certainly taking on an amazing race pace, and being able to adapt to the conditions. You know, we pointed out, you know, this track is probably one of the more challenging tracks. If you come look at it, it's very deceiving because it's on a big flat piece of property. The jumps are not real monstrous, but you go out and ride it, it becomes a whole different animal.
Yeah, everybody that watches it and thinks, oh, I could ride that track. No, you couldn't. Because there's about 30,000 other people that thought they could, and they couldn't even qualify for the thing, and it's tough. If you're here, you're a bad dude, and this track will humble you in a second, especially some of the vet guys that maybe haven't been out here, and they think, oh, I'm going to come out here and just own this place. It's just not that easy, man. It's not.
No, it's not. And even, you know, the face of amateur racing has changed a lot over the course of 20 years. I can remember they did a lot of work to try to keep the track as smooth and everything as they possibly could with very little bumps here and there. And as time's gone on, and the suspension and the motors and everything have gotten so much better, you obviously are moving more dirt. The track is becoming more and more challenging, and it's creating better racing. And they're like, let's keep it. Let's just keep working at it like that.
Yeah, and we're not doing our riders a service if we don't give them a rough racetrack, because when we graduate these kids that are going to go turn pro, we haven't done enough to prepare them.
Did you see Washougal this weekend?
Yes.
This right here should prepare for something
Correct.
like that.
Absolutely. There's Derek Drake. He is prepared to win this moto. The number 33 Red Bull Troy Lee Designs KTM ride is trying to just get out and get gone. He has pulled away from Parker Mashburn. There's a good look. Going into the 10 Commandments, he's already exited. There's Mashburn in that number 2 spot. Like you said, Luke Neese, good ride for him. So he battled back in that first 250B moto, or 450B moto maybe. No, 250B. So now Luke Neese having himself a good ride in the number 3 spot.
Drake, the only rider under the 2-minute mark right now. Actually, the only rider under the 2:01 mark, as he has got a 1:58.671 from the last time around. The time before that, a 1:58.014. So he's consistently running under the 2-minute mark.
Making a rhythm section now out of that, what once was a very smooth and buttery sand section. I know we keep talking about it, but that is the story. The track is the story.
Yeah, it is.
I mean, it really is. Nothing technical about the jumps. I mean, if this thing's smooth, 65s are clearing pretty much everything on the racetrack. But when it gets rough and beat up, choppy everywhere, you're 10 minutes into a moto, you're beat down, tired. Sometimes the humidity has come into play. This thing will reach up and grab you.
It will. And, you know, you got to wonder how much different is the racing today because of the temperatures itself. It's not a humid or a hot day out there, so you have to think that it is a saving grace for a lot of riders that may have not had the opportunity.
If you're not in shape, absolutely. You're
right.
loving this temperature.
You didn't do that heat training and stuff. It is so it's kind of evening out the playing field here in these first motos, but you got to wonder as the week wears on, will the humidity return to Tennessee? And if it does, what kind of changes will we see? I think it's going to be. I think this year is going to be very, very interesting, and especially if the weather heats up, I think it's going to make for a lot of changes, and a lot of inconsistencies from what we're seeing in these earlier motos.
Yeah, there's the weather won't be a factor. They're saying tomorrow there's a little bit of a chance in the morning and maybe another chance in the afternoon, just a little bit of one. That may be about all we see.
As far as rain?
Yeah.
And what about humidity? I mean, I haven't even heard anybody talk about the humidity yet.
There's none. I would have guessed tomorrow with the rain coming in, it might change a little bit, but
crazy.
We'll see.
I love it, man. I only remember one other time like this.
Yeah, there's one time it was in the 50s.
I was wearing a jacket.
Right, absolutely. And that was a weird year, but speaking of weird years, we got Weird Beard going down at 2 p.m., and we're going to dunk that guy. He was the guy that raced in the Red Bull Mini Moto and couldn't make a left turn. He went left and almost crashed into people because he just could not turn the motorcycle. But 2 p.m., we're going to watch Weird Beard get dunked into the Lucas Oil Dunks for Downey. We're raising money for the Brett Downey Safety Foundation, and you can go down there and watch. Throw them a couple bills, man. They do great work. If your kid races dirt bikes anywhere in America, I guarantee you have been at an event that has utilized the services of Brett Downey Safety Foundation. They've got DVDs that you can get them to watch, for your flaggers to watch instructional videos. They just provide so much safety in terms of at the racetrack. It's another set of eyes when when Ricky comes. He can tell the promoter, hey, you might want to move that tractor, or this thing needs to be moved, or something like that. He's just great to have at the races. We see him at the Minios, we see him at Texas, we see him at the Baja Brawl, we see him at Mammoth Mountain, we see him all over the country in that van with the safety lights going around keeping our riders safe. He's got prior military experience, so he's not here to just hang out and whatever. He's here for a job, and he's got a purpose, and we love having him here. Derek Drake, 10 seconds out front of Parker Mashburn. There's Derek right by the mechanics area. There's Parker about to come into view. Whoa, that Kawasaki rider, that just shows you. He was going about 8 miles an hour and almost endoed.
Yeah, I mean, amazing to me. Look how deep some of those inside ruts are starting to get as well, and that's where another challenge starts to come in. And believe it or not, we just did a lot of track prep here just a little bit.
They've serviced those areas many times. But when you have such loose, and I'll tell you this, it's not as wet as normal. If you, like, I owned a racetrack, the wetter we got it, it would sit down, the dirt would just pack and it would sit down. But if you leave it just this fluffy, nice, moist condition, it won't pack into itself, and it'll just keep moving around, and it won't pack down and won't stay smooth.
Yeah, and they've done a great job of putting in the extra materials, a lot of sand, as you'd mentioned, several sandy sections out here. They brought in a lot of sawdust, that fine sawdust again this year.
It's like powder.
Oh, and I think that's what we're seeing a lot of around that mechanics area and stuff, and why we're seeing it develop the way that it is. But man, I tell you, again, hats off to the MX Sports track crew for the foresight on seeing how to make this happen. MX Sports, about the only crew I've ever seen turn the desert to dirt into what looked like East Coast soil, man.
Yep.
When we were out in Lake Elsinore, never seen the desert look like the East Coast quite like I did there.
One rider, again, having problems. It'll humble you. It'll make you look like you don't really almost know what you're doing. But these kids are like B-class riders. They're fantastic riders. But it will definitely expose some of your weaknesses. And if you don't ride ruts, like I think we had some guys in the vet class talking about how they don't really have access to these types of ruts on the West Coast. So it'll come up and get you. Derek Drake, your leader. Mashburn second. Luke Neese third. Gabe Gutierrez is fourth. Blake Ashley fifth. Justin Thompson sixth. Kieran Narin is seventh. Slater Colby eighth. Connor Mullinax, Team Verby ninth. And Tristan Lewis rounds out your top 10.
Wow, Zach Kobe Hefner, I believe he is up. If I'm not mistaken, he was running about a 33rd place position there at one point, and has moved all the way up into a top 15 position, if I was looking at that right there just a moment ago. Actually, a top 17 position, so working his way through the pack. He's turning 210s right now, was turning some 203s and 207s consistently through the pack, trying to work up. But right now, up front, it's still Drake, Mashburn, Luke Neese, Ashley, Naran, Gutierrez and Thompson. Now we see Molyneux in 8th, 9th. Slater, Colby, Tristan Lewis rounding out the top 10. So not a lot of changes up front. Lap times 2:01 now for Drake, as he was running consistently in the 158 range for quite some time, but has now dropped into the 2:01 range, but rightfully so, a 12.7 second gap. He's also encountering a lot of lap traffic in the process of trying to motor his way through Loretta's here. Working on lap number 8. We should be getting close to the conclusion of this one, about 16 minutes, so 2 lap boards should be coming out, if not already out, and white and then checkers, of course. Well, as exciting as these classes tend and seem to be, I have to say that this one has not really offered up a whole lot of excitement. As we look through the entire field, we see only a couple of battles. Caleb
We got
Carter,
one right there.
Yeah, that one's starting to shape up, it looks like.
Blake Ashley and Siren Naren battling it out right now. That's for a piece of the top 5. Ashley 4th, Naren 11 is in 5th, and the 49 of Gabe Gutierrez. That is your 6th place rider. That's about it, yeah, for battles on the track right now. Derek Drake got it under control.
Might have one other, Brett Gorley and Devin Simpson back there, about a second. Actually, Caleb Carter, that'd be for like 11th, 12th, and 13th that those guys haven't got it going on for right now. This battle up here, though, starting to tighten up once more. Or is that no, that's your leader just working through the lap traffic right now, so. Or is that Ashley still? No, that's still Ashley. Okay, that is Ashley right there, and that's Naren. Okay, so tough to see those numbers sometimes, but catching glimpses of them.
Yeah, Ashley and Gutierrez battling right now on your screen. Headed to the billboards. And past the Yamaha Mechanics area. So Naren has moved forward. He is up to 4th. You're watching Ashley and Gutierrez in a big battle right now for 5th.
Most tightly contested battle on the racetrack right now. Less than a second separating those two as they came through the finish line there just a few moments ago. Lap 8 in the history books now. And winding this one down quite a bit. The 250 feet limited class. 2 o'clock here locally will be our time for the next race, and that will be the 85 9 to 13. Still on deck, the Masters 50 plus, also the 125C. Women 12 plus amateur. Also after that, we got the 250A class, a class at 4 o'clock that a lot of people are, I'm sure, stoked and waiting on today, and rightfully so. See a little asterisk beside that one, indicating that that one will be in different positions throughout the course of the week, and that one obviously one that a lot of folks should have some interest in as well. Wow, Drake has made this look easy as we go through here in these closing moments. Lap 9 in the history books now for Derek Drake, Parker Mashburn. 2nd, Luke Neeson. 3rd, Sierra Naren is in the number 4 spot. Blake Ashley in 5th as they continue to wage war back there for that position. And I'm saying don't count anybody out of it just yet. Yeah, there's Neeson for 3rd. Naran and Ashley. How's that one going to fare? And what's the gap between those two now as they close up lap number 9? 1.6 seconds. Naran has opened it up just a little bit. Turned about a second faster, so a full second, 1.6 seconds now between the two. Gutierrez is now in 6th, Thompson 7th, 8th is Molyneux. Slater Colby is 9th, I believe. After 9, no, Tristan Lewis is now 9th. Molyneux again 8th, Tristan Lewis at 9th. Devin Simonson rounds out your top 10. Then Slater Colby in 11th, Marcus Phelps in 12th. Caden Palmer 13th, Caleb Carter 14th, Brett Gorley 15th, Kobe Hebner is 16th, 17th is Austin Smith, Hunter Remke is the 18th place ride, Jackson Hardlow is 19th, and Tayton Gilman rounds out your top 20. Just a short time to go now.
Derek Drake looking to finish this one off. K10 people going to be pumped on this one. Half a lap to go, white flag is out, and he's through the sand turn for the last time. This is the big ant hill, or also known as the Rocky Mountain Mountain. Got Ray Butts from Rocky Mountain ATVMC laying down there. They ride over Ray's gigantic beard. So thanks for Ray for laying there for 99 motos throughout the week. I know it's hot down there, but Rocky Mountain ATVMC definitely dedicated to the sport. Derek Drake dedicated as well, and as they like to say, the hard work paying off. In the 33, Derek Drake has the moto win in 250B Limited. And he put a walloping on this field. Not just a 14-second lead, but the best lap time of the moto. He ran a 1:58. No one else in under the 2-minute mark in this class. So Derek Drake has it under control right now. Of course, there are 2 more motos to go. Parker Mashburn. There he is rolling across on the KTM number 24. He is second. Luke Neese was third, and he finishes third. And now our podium order is set. That's the good news. The bad news is they're going to have to talk to Kevin Kelly.
So Drake, Mashburn, Neese, 1, 2, and 3. Naran looks like he will hold on for 4th place. Highly contested throughout that moto, as well as Blake Ashley really putting the pressure on from back there in the number 5 spot aboard the 95. Gabe Gutierrez is in 6th. Justin Thompson is your 7th place ride. Connor Mullenix is 8th. Tristan Lewis rounding out 9th. And Marcus Phelps rounding out the top 10. You know, though we didn't necessarily see a lot of highly contested battles throughout that race, well, we started seeing it tighten up there toward the end. We did see a lot of changes, I think, over the course of the last couple of laps. And again, you know, we talk about this racetrack, and I think that has a lot to do with it, a war of attrition, so to speak, as we head down to the podium where we get set to congratulate our top 3 overall there with Kevin Kelly now.
You got it. Thanks a lot, Rodney. First things first, folks, let's put our hands together for our moto winner, number 33, Derek Drake. Put that around your head, man. I know this is where you expected to be, your first moto in the morning. Not quite what you were wanting here, but way to come back, way to bounce back, take the moto win. Take me through it.
Exactly. I got up to the gate a little late, and there's only 3 chips in the bottom of the jar, but I picked 42, so I was on the very outside. Avoided a huge wreck. I was trying to come over. There's a huge wreck beside me, and just try to stay out of the way and hit my corners, hit my rush. And Randy and I talked after the last one, and yeah, it worked out good.
Great work. Who would you like to thank besides old Barry Drake and Mom over there? Who else you want to thank?
Definitely my mechanic, T2, Randy for coming here, Red Bull, Troy Designs, KTM, GoPro, Stance, Renthal, a whole Orange Brigade, thank you.
All right, put your hands together one more time. He's the moto winner, Mr. Derek Drake. Get the cameras popping over there. We'll scoot old Derek out of the way here, or you can leave the bike if you want, but we're going to bring up our 2nd place finisher. How about it? Put your hands together for Parker Mashburn. Hey, man, great work, Parker. You were able to lead this thing for a few laps, man, made the pass. Take me through your race and what it feels like to be back at the ranch. You're racing with your brother this week, too, man. It's a family affair, huh?
Yeah, feels good to finally be back up here. I got off to a decent start, and there was a pile-up in the first corner. I just tried to stay out of that, and then got into the lead, and then Derek passed me, and I just got second, so.
Man, you guys train for all this heat and humidity, and what the heck, man? It's like 75 degrees. What's going on with that?
Yeah, I know. It's kind of disappointing, but what can you do, right?
Bring the humidity back. We'll try to order you up some. Who do you want to thank?
I'd like to thank my mom, my dad, all my family, really, for getting me to where I am today. KTM Orange Brigade, Christy, Tim, TLD, Garnet Boots, 100% Goggles, Kuzo, FMF, Ethica, Kyle Foz, Dunlop, Rob Fox, Hope, everybody else, thank you so much.
Let's hear it one more time for your 2nd place finisher, Mr. Parker Mashburn. Good work, Parker. Orange Brigade taking those top 2 slots. We're going to bring up our 3rd place finisher, the Yamaha Blue Crew ride. Come on up here, Luke Neese. Put your hands together for Luke Neese. Hey, man, welcome to the podium. Great finish out there. You got the bang bar. Saw you again earlier this morning. Struggled a little bit, but you're back here. It's kind of where you want to be, right?
Yeah, definitely. First moto, I had a little crash, and then put me back pretty close to last. So happy to come back in this moto and get top 3 finish. So.
Got your family and friends here, everybody here watching you?
Yeah. My mom, my dad, my little mechanic, Zach, he helps me out at the practice tracks. And, I mean, it's cool to have all of them here.
Awesome. Who would you like to thank besides them? You're all set?
Yeah, Triangle Cycles, Thor, Scorpion Helmets, X-Brand, Donnie DeLucci, TCX Boots, just my whole mom and dad and everybody. Thank you.
Let's hear it for Luke Neese, your 3rd place finisher. Great job, Luke Neese. Welcome to the podium, my man. Still got one more order of business to handle here. The $100 Bell Helmets Whole Shot Award is at Hunter Rimke, right? Hunter Rimke with the whole shot. Smile for the camera. We're going to jump right in the middle here. Hunter, great job out there. Smile for the camera there. You're going to be on the Bell Helmets social media feed here. Hey, bud, you got the whole shot. You avoided that chaos out there, but you had some issues in that moto.
Yeah, it definitely fell apart. I just didn't pick smart lines. Just beat myself up pretty bad, so I'm pretty exhausted.
I bet, man. But you know what? Take me through. Tell me what it feels like, though, to get the whole shot and how quiet things are. You're like, holy cow, I just got the whole shot at Loretta's.
That's how I did at the regionals. I pulled a couple there and got me here, so it feels amazing to do it here. Just a great feeling. No other feeling like it.
Thank your sponsors, bud.
Yeah, I'd like to thank my mom and dad, my whole family, MTF, everyone at MTF for helping me out. They've helped me out so much and got me where I am today. FXR, they've helped me out so much, and Recluse, FMF, Dominic at 60. I can't really think right now. I'm pretty exhausted.
All right, well, go back and recuperate. Get in that creek, man. Hunter Rimke with the whole shot. I'm going to hop out of the way here. Congratulations. We'll toss it back up to the Tower of Power. Take it away, Jason and Rodney.